Thanks for staying tuned. Well, across the Niger Delta region, we talk about the issues of youth development and growth, the synergy and energy that is required when we talk about creativity and the ambition of the young people of the Niger Delta region. With over 60% of Nigeria's population under the age of 25, the South-South region stands on the brink of a major demographic advantage, and that is if we choose to act. Look at innovations in tech, music, agriculture, fashion, and content creation, yet many are doing so without access to capital, infrastructure, or consistent government backing. Is everything about oil and politics in the Niger Delta? Are we putting our potentials in a box and creating artificial myopia? What is the real conversation we're not having regarding youth development and tapping into that energy? The other real question is, how do we move from merely praising youth potential to actually building pipelines for youth-led economic development? A guest on this issue is President Isoko National Youth Assembly Worldwide and Secretary General Niger Delta Ethnic Nationalities Youth Leaders Forum. Comrade Eniwake Orogun joins us virtually. You're welcome on the program, sir.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Now, this conversation around youth development, youth energy being tapped into, and the synergy that is required for growth in the Niger Delta region is a topic that constantly resurfaces, and it's as if we're not seeing the much desired commitment towards ensuring that the youth population are effectively engaged. I'd just like you to bring us up to speed with some background with what you have observed over the years when we talk about youth development and tapping into that youth energy.
Thank you for having me once again. Good afternoon to my sister there, and good afternoon, viewers. There's been talk about it, about youth development. That has just been talk. We've not really seen any serious energy. We've not seen any seriousness, any intentionality from government and stakeholders who have the allocated powers to so do, to involve the youth, to harness the youth. It's been talk and talk and talk. Now, era, we had the eras that have our leaders right now. The atmosphere was more conducive. Some of them went to schools on scholarship basis. They had access to the best education. Joining the military was easy, from where some of them were able to showcase their leadership prowess. Economic life was easy. You graduated from school, there was already something waiting for you to do. And so energies were tapped into. They had the opportunity to express themselves and their God-given potential. So we are in an era now where those things are no longer there. These same people that enjoyed scholarship are hiking school fees, making it beyond the reach of the younger generation. These same people to schools without strike are now owing our lecturers, our teachers from all levels, whether in primary, secondary, or tertiary. All of them encouraging strike. The labor laws are not working. So this is the era we're living right now. And some persons and have decided to either forget, or they're suffering from amnesia, or they have willfully destroyed the ladder that brought them to where they are. This is where we are in right now.
All right. Well, still talking about the issues on ground. Now, just now, we just had a conversation around the Ken Saro-Wiwa phenomena, and a lot of concerns around youth development came up. And this also speaks to the real foundation as regards what has been government synergy and commitment towards this development. Now, would you say, when you look at the current administrations in the different Niger Delta states, how would you appraise the efforts that have been put in place thus far towards ensuring that youths are engaged as effectively as possible? If you were to pinpoint one of the issues that is rife, you would see that there is a constant issue of brain drain. Young people are moving out in their droves from the Niger Delta region, and it points to one issue. They don't feel the need to be here because they are not able to tap into their full potentials as much as possible. If you were to pinpoint one of those areas that government can really work on towards engaging these young people more effectively, what will those areas be?
Thank you. First of all, our labor laws. You see, Niger Delta is oil rich. We have a lot of in the oil and gas sector. But we find in many communities, even the least jobs are sourced. They start telling you about expatriates coming from India, coming from whatever country. These are jobs that our people can do. Now, when you begin to, the question is, who do you complain to? What do you run to? You run to some of these politicians. A lot of them are not even taken care of. And so they don't even care whatever these companies do. Now, this guy has graduated from a community that has a lot of oil deposits with multinationals, engineering, whatever course it is. He cannot find a job here because people are employed from outside the region, people are employed from outside his community. The leaders that he should have cried to, it's not, they protest. You saw what happened in to threaten them, to harass them, and means to leave the region, to go and showcase, to go and prove themselves. And that's why you find that many times when they leave this region, you see them excelling everywhere. It is because our labor law, there's no law guiding them. Quite recently, they come with the PIA is there. Implementation is also an issue. How many communities right now since the PIA Act, the PIA law came in, how many communities have we seen implementation around the Niger Delta? Part of it is supposed to take care of the host communities and where some of these people will be recruited. So we have a very weak labor laws. The other thing you do not have is our educational system. Part of the time, I've always been an advocate of a decentralized educational system. For instance, someone's in, if you go to Faculty of Agriculture, for example, you find the same courses, the same crops that are studied in the north, the same things are being taught and memorized. You see, we have an education system that promotes test score. You know, what is taught is what is tested. And so innovation is skilled. And so we teach somebody in Delta State how to cultivate sorghum because it's the same scheme. And you leave out our cassava farming. You leave out our maize farming and other things. So a decentralized system of education such that our education up to what is needed, what we need in our region.
All right.
And so these are areas we must look at. Our educational system and labor laws to protect our people.
Well, Mr. Eniwake, Comrade Eniwake, we are completely out of time, but I'd still like to chip in just one last question. When we look at the youth population in the Niger Delta region, what do you say that the young people also have a role to play when we talk about their commitment towards ensuring that they are able to, succeed in their different terrains? Have our young people over the years been more docile than it was known to be in years past? You talk about some of the characters that we have who were really active in our society, bringing about the needed change. Would you say that the crop of young people currently have been docile, or is it as a result of the structure of the society? In just 30 seconds, please.
It is as a result of the structure of the society. Those people you reference, they have free opportunity. They had free space to air their views. They have free space to express their views. Today, you criticize government, the DSS will come after you. Today, you criticize the government, the media will not stand up for social media. And to tell you that our people are not they are making in the text, the pay stack, a lot of things are happening right there. The even in fintech. So it tells you they are not docile. Politically, the structure, those again that had the opportunity to express themselves, They have choked the system, and so capacity is lacking on the part of youth to challenge the status quo. We just witnessed the last election. How many youths can even contest, can even run for local government election, where even though it is supposed to be an election, you find selection. Take a caution look at the
All right.
So that there. So they are not those sides. Well, doing a lot, people are moving, people are acting, people are taking.
Okay.
That generation is still as strong.
All right, President, Isoko National Youth Assembly Worldwide and Secretary General Niger Delta Ethnic Nationalities Youth Leaders Forum, Comrade Eniwake Orogun, thank you very much for speaking with us in Niger Delta today.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr.
Thank you.
All right, that's the size of Niger Delta today. We must thank you especially for sticking with us. Remember to join us again tomorrow for another fresh edition. My name is Xavier Robert, wishing you a terrific afternoon.
And I am Sifonode. Good afternoon.